8 disturbing porn stars customers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications on so you do not miss any further future uploads. But without talking too much, let's dive straight into our 8th spot. Starring himself at number 8, this one time when this one customer used Chumlee's limited knowledge in the music industry against him when Chumlee was the only porn star in the store. One guy came to the store with a musical instrument Chumlee knew nothing about. The musical instrument was only worth the fraction of what he was selling it for. However, Chumlee did not know this and ended up buying the instrument after it became clear that Chumlee was deliberately getting scammed, as one customer was banned from the pawn shop and it would never be served by them ever again. Coming up at number 7. Next, we have the time Rick was bamboozled by a con artist trying to sell his Austin Healey Sprite that wasn't even functional. The Austin Healey Sprite that was brought in didn't even work, so the con artist got another car to push the Austin Healey Sprite onto the pawn shop parking lot. So when Rick would try to start the car up, it just wouldn't turn on. He would blame it on something as small as the battery, saying that he was able to drive the car to the pawn shop with no problem whatsoever. Since there was only 25,000 such cars were made, this was an exceptionally rare car that was a great collector's item, and the excitement of getting such an item vested Rick. When he bought the car for $5,000 and took it to the mechanic for a checkup, he found that the cost of making the car functionable was $6,000, $1,000 more than what he paid for the car. Coming up at number 6. So next we have a diamond thief who sold stolen diamonds to the pawn shop and ended up getting arrested and banned from the pawn shop only after Rick Harrison lost all of his money. Though porn stars have to enter every item they buy and sell into a database that can be accessed by the police, so in the case that they do unintentionally buy a stolen item, police can come and retrieve it from them and return it to the rightful owner. Now this happened when Rick spent $40,000 on a pair of diamond earrings. The person who sold diamond earrings checked out the standard check procedure, but the diamond earrings were actually stolen, and the police returned them to the actual owners. The pawn shop lost $40,000 on this deal. Up next, we have another customer who is banned from the pawn shop. He wasn't banned for trying to scam the pawn stars or anything though. He simply just couldn't control his temper and came to the pawn shop carrying a Hudson Bay Gorget, which is a piece of armor to protect the throat. Rick made the most lowball offer on the piece because he knew that item was a fake and was made of cheap material. When the guy who bought this Hudson Bay Gorget to pawn listened to Rick's offer, he got angry and started dropping F-bombs all over the shop. Coming up at number 4, a con artist who tried to buy an $11,000 ring NBA for $5,500. Now this guy's plan was to pretend to be a professional jeweler and call the ring out of being a fake, in which he would then make Rick very uncomfortable and then strike an offer to him of taking the ring off Rick's hand. It backfired when the ring actually tested out to be an original and Rick stood by his original offer, which made the customer walk away. Coming up at number 3, we have a kid who tried to pawn a fake Vietnamese poison dagger to Rick. The kid came with the story that the dagger was gifted to him by his father and that the dagger was made in the 70s. Rick immediately upon seeing the dagger knew that it was a fake and straight up refused to accept the kid's offer. Coming up at number 2, Rick was really infuriated. A guy came in to sell Perseus and Pegasus statue from 1888 by the French sculptor Emily Louis Picaud. But just after a few checks, Rick found out that the statue was cracked from most of the places and even found a made in USA stamp, which indicated that the statue was made 40 or 50 years earlier. Rick immediately refused to buy the sculpture and asked the customer to leave. Now guys, coming up at number 1. This one is very amusing. A Vietnam War veteran, Daniel Callahan, accused Rick and his father of assaulting him and damaging the rifle along with the cane he brought with him to the pawn. What really happened is that Daniel became irate with the weapon in his hand and the father-son duo did what had to be done. Daniel was banned from the shop for life. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe if you're new. But without further ado, I'm out.